Hello, hi everyone. So now we will discuss the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So five parts are there: part one, part two, and part three, part four, and part five. So we will start with the part one. So previous videos are there. One is with respect to the pillars of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and second one is the principles of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and third is that is fund allocation to the different sector under this scheme. Already three videos are there. I know we are that is the only introduction to the entire scheme, three videos, and this was right. So now we are going to discuss this part one. So there are five parts are announced: May 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So including the all the 5 days, there are the five parts are announced on five parts of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan scheme is announced. So under this one, now we are discussing the part one. So that's part one that is announced on the May 13th of the 2020. So that part one is the in the part one there are 15 points are announced by the government of India under the part one of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. So this part one, so 15 points. Out of the 15 points, the 6 points are related to the micro, small, medium enterprises. So out of the 15 points, 6 parts are related to the micro, small, medium enterprises, and the 2 points are related to the employment provident fund. 2 points are related to the employment provident fund, and the 2 points are related to the non-banking financial companies. Non-banking financial companies, and one is related to the discom companies, and another related to the contractors, and the 13th that is one is related to the real estate sector, another related to the what tax deduction, and another related to the other direct tax measures. And these two are related to the tax measures. Discom we have the one, and relief contractors we have one, and real estate business we have the one, and completely six measures are there for the what micro, small, medium enterprises. Six measures are so there for the micro, small, medium enterprises. Now in this video we are going to discuss the out of the 15 points we will discuss these first 6 points which are specially dedicated to the what micro, small, medium enterprises. So for the micro, small, medium enterprises, they are given the what 3 lakh crore rupees of the collateral free automatic loans for the business including the MSMEs, and 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt for the micro, small, medium enterprises, and a 50,000 crore rupees of the equity infusion through the MSME fund of funds, and the new definition for the micro, small, medium enterprises, and the global tenders are disallowed up to the 200 crore rupees, and the other interventions for the MSMEs. These are the 6 points which are out of the 15 points which are completely regarding the what micro, small, medium enterprises only, right? So there are 5 crores of the micro, small, medium enterprises are there. The total number of the MSMEs in India is almost 5 crores, which provides the 12 employment to the 12 crores of the people in India. So 12 crores of the people are employed in this one, and almost these micro, small, medium enterprises constitute the 40% of the exports from India. So whatever we are exporting from the India, that is a 40% is contributed by the micro, small, medium enterprises. Whatever the goods we are producing in India, out of the 100 goods, that is a 45 goods are coming from the MSMEs only, which means that is the industrial production of the this micro, small, medium industries is 45%. Export is the what 40%. Employment is the 12 crores. Total number of the MSMEs is the 5 crore rupees. Sorry, 5 crores. Total number of the these MSMEs are 5 crores. So that's why they have the huge impact on the Indian economy, especially with respect to the what exports and industrial production of the 45%, exports of the 40%, and employment of the 12 crore people. So that's why it has a huge impact. That's why so they are announced the more measures to revive the Indian economy, especially these micro, small, medium enterprises. And this one first one, they are changed the definition of the micro, small, medium enterprises. So earlier definition, that is the micro, small, medium enterprises are generally defined as for the Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Act 2006, MSMEs Act 2006, Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006. As for this act, so that is a micro and small medium enterprises are dependent purely on the investment basis. So this is the old definition which was based on the 2006 act. So now we are modifying the act this year. Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises Development Act is there. Now we are modifying and we are making the changes in the definition of the new changes in the definition of the micro, small, medium enterprises. The old definition is that is purely based on the investment only, and that too we have separate definition for the industries and the service sector. Two things we need to know though. The old definition is purely based on the only investment, so how much investment you are putting when you are starting the company. So based on that one only, so we are defining the which industry to be considered as a micro, small, medium enterprises investment criteria. And second one is that there is a separate definitions are there for the industrial sector and service sector, so both are having the separate definitions. So now we are merged that these two, industrial and service sector, will have the now common definition now. So as for the May 13th announcement government of India, so now, so new definition they are given, that in red color we are seeing that new definition. Now the common definition for the industries and service sector. Earlier there is separate definition is there for the industries and service sector. Now the common definition for the industrial sector and the what? Service sector. And second one is the, earlier in the older definition it was defined only on the investment sector. Now it is not only on the investment sector, we are also included the another one is the turnover. So that micro, small, medium enterprises are the classified not only on the investment basis but also based on the what turnover of the companies also. So now what is the difference between the old definition and new definition? Old definition is the only investment, new definition is the investment other and turnover, both are considered. And next one, old definition, industries and service sector will have the what separate definitions, but in the new definition the both are having the what same definition will apply for the industries and the what service sector right now. In the old definition, up to 25 lakhs we considered as a micro, and 25 to 5 crores considered as a what small, and 5 crores to 10 crores of the investment is considered as a what, so medium enterprises in the industrial sector. So in this one, up to 10 lakh is considered as a micro in the service sector, and the 10 lakhs to 2 lakh crores is considered as a what small in case of the service sector, and 2 to 5 crore rupees is considered as a medium enterprises. And this was the old definition, not required for the examination. So but the new definition is they are classified under the what investment basis and turnover basis. It is the responsibility of the enterprises, they can choose any of these two. They can choose either investment criteria, or otherwise they have the chance to choose even turnover criteria also. That is a wish of the, so that is a micro, small, medium enterprises, but it is defined on the both investment and turnover, and a common definition for both. Almost 3 times I repeated, don't confuse in the examination. So if it is defined on the investment up to 1 crore, it is considered as a what micro, and 1 crore to the 10 crores is considered as a what small, and 10 crores to the 20 crores of the investment is considered as a what medium enterprises. This is as for the investment criteria. If you classify as for the turnover criteria, so up to 5 crore rupees, and 5 crores to the 50 crore rupees, and 50 crores to the 100 crore rupees, and these are the based on the what turnover criteria. So now enterprises will have the options, so they can choose either investment criteria or otherwise turnover criteria. So that is a wish of the enterprises. So ఎవరైతే ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్ ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళ ఇష్టం అది. సో దే కెన్ వాళ్ళు ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ అయితే ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్, లేదంటే టర్నోవర్ అయితే టర్నోవర్, ఏ క్రైటీరియా అయినా చూస్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. దట్ ఈస్ అ విష్. No, that is a out of the six measures, that is the first measure is that they are changed the word definition. And the second measure, so second measure is announced for the micro, small, medium enterprises is the 3 lakh crore rupees, 3 lakh crore rupees of the collateral fee and automatic loans for the business, and including the word micro, small, medium enterprises. Now we need to discuss in detail. Now 3 lakh crore rupees of two words are there here, we need to consider collateral fee. Collateral fee, what is there? And second one is the what automatic loans are there. So what is the meaning of these two words, collateral fee and automatic? Collateral fee means without any security, without submitting of the any assurance paper, or without submitting of the any property documents, that is called collateral fee. Means no security papers are required, that is the meaning of the collateral fee. And second one, so we are having the word of the automatic loans. So what is mean by automatic loans? The word automatic loans means the companies or the MSMEs which had already taken the loan from the what bank, now they are eligible for the what extra amount of the loan. That is automatic, means without any this is not the fresh loans. Automatic means automatically you are getting the loan from the banks without any security, because you are already taken the loan. I will explain further. So now here the, so business and MSMEs are additional funding. So government of India providing the additional funding to meet the operational liabilities built up by the raw materials and restart the business. So now what is this additional funding? So now we'll discuss. So additional funding, and the decision is that emergency credit line to the business and micro, small, medium enterprises from the banks and NBFCs up to the 20% of the entire outstanding credit. Right now we'll discuss with example, then only we'll understand. Now assume that, so there is a Bharat Small Enterprises is there. So Bharat Enterprises, small enterprises, which has already taken the loan of the 10 crore rupees from the SBI on the February 20th of the 2019, which means 1 year back, almost 1 year back, it had taken the 10 crore rupees of the loan. and is regularly paying the loan to the bank, but due to the lockdown the exports are stopped and there is no demand for the goods, and the company facing the cash problem, so unable to pay the loan. So in order to run their enterprises during this time, the company needs money, otherwise company should be closed, and which creates a more unemployment in the so micro small medium enterprises. I already said that 12 crores of the employment is provided in India by the so micro small medium enterprises only. If you are not supporting the micro small medium enterprises, definitely out of the 12 crores of the employment what they provided, at least 2 crores of the people may lose the employment, because if there is no money with the micro small medium enterprises, then automatically they have to shut down their companies. So with the view of the employment generation, so that the government of India now giving the extra amount of the money, that is a collateral free automatic loan. Now further, so this one these Bharat small enterprises are already taking the 10 crore rupees of the loan from the SBI on the February 2019. Now lockdown, there is a no demand for the goods and exports are completely banned, that company is facing the what financial crisis now. And if you not support that company, so then automatically it creates a more unemployment. That is a major problem. So that's why what is the solution, how this company will get the money now? Now the what is the solution to escape from this problem, how company gets the money means how this MSME get the money? Now bank should lend the additional amount of the loan to the enterprises, and the guarantee must be provided by the what government of India. Oh, see, bank should provide an additional amount of the loan, extra amount of the loan will be provided. Why additional we are saying means, already that company has taken the loan, but now due to the lockdown condition that company is unable to pay the loan. So that's why unable to pay the loan. Why unable to pay the loan? Because the demand is not there and there is no business is going on. So that's why the company is facing the financial crisis, and in financial crisis, and it is not possible to run the company. But the company requires the money in order to restart the business after the lifting of the lockdown. So that's why what is the government is plan is that now bank what is the plan is that now the government is providing the additional amount of the loan to the enterprises, and guarantee also given by the what government. So now what is the new on the May 13th, what is the decision taken by the government of India? So government is decided to provide the 20% of the entire outstanding credit as on 29/2020. Now what is the meaning of this one? Now, Bharat company has taken how much amount of the loan? 10 crores of the loan from the bank, and they are regularly repaying. Due to the lockdown, they are unable to pay now. Now, what is the new loan? How much amount of the money they will get from the bank? Additional amount. That is the 10 crore rupees is the already they are taken the loan. 10 crore rupees is the loan amount that is outstanding credit on February 29th of the 2020. That is the outstanding credit of the Bharat Micro Enterprises is that is the loan amount on the February 29th and 2020 is the what 10 crore rupees into 20%, that is equal to 2 crores. 2 crores of the loan, additional amount of the money for a period of the what 4 years with moratorium of the what 1 year. This is the option provided by the government of India. Now the government of India is saying that if any MSME is facing the problem, so we are ready to provide the what additional amount of the money on which they are already taken the loan from the bank. So how much additional amount of the money? So that banks that government is decided that we will provide the 20% of the additional amount of the money, 20% of the additional. Now this 20% is calculated x into 20%. What is that x? X is the outstanding credit. What x into 20%? That is the additional amount of the loan. Additional amount of the loan equals to x into 20%. But what is the x factor? The x factor is the what is the already loan taken by this particular company from the bank. How much here in our example, Bharat company has taken the 10 crores of the loan. 10 crores into 20%, which is equal to what 2 crores, right? So this is the 2 crores of the loan provided by the what now loans provided by the banks to the MSMEs, but guarantee is given by the what government of India right now. So what is the options given this one, that is a right here. So business and MSMEs had been hit COVID-19, that additional funding. So additional funding to meet the operational liabilities build up and buy the raw material and to restart the business. That is additional funding. How much additional funding? 20%. 20% is calculated on what? Entire outstanding credit. So the 20% is calculated on the entire outstanding credit, means whatever whatever the loan amount is there on the 29th of the February 2020, right? So from where they will get? The business and MSMEs, from where they are getting? From the banks or NBFCs. So these MSMEs can take the loan from either banks or from the NBFCs up to 20% of their amount. 20% of their amount. Now all MSMEs are eligible, which means their conditions are given that the borrowers with the 25 crores of the outstanding and the 100 crores of the turnover are eligible. So they are given that the borrowers with the 25 crores of the outstanding and the 100 crores of the turnover are eligible. So both the conditions should satisfy, which means all micro, small, medium enterprises are not eligible. The micro, small, medium enterprises whose outstanding credit means whose loan amount is the less than 25 crores and plus the company turnover must be what 100 crores. Those MSMEs are eligible for this condition. Now how much amount they are getting, that 20%, which means already we are discussing the example of the Bharat Enterprises. That is a 10 crores into 20%, which means what 2 crores of the amount. So that is a 2 crores of the amount is getting, that Bharat Microfinance is getting the what, so 2 crores of the 2 crores of the loan. Now what is the this period of the this loan? The loan will have the 4 years of the tenor with a moratorium of the 12 months, which means the 12 months is the the 4 years is the maximum period of the loan, which means the extra 20% of the loan what they are getting from the bank or from the NBFC, they have to repay within the 4 years of the span. Which means now in the 2020, if they are taking the loan in the May 2020, again they have to pay the entire loan in the May 2024, May 24. So that is the right. So with moratorium of the 12 months, which means from the 2000 May from May 2020 to the May 2021, that is a 1 year period. There is no need to pay the any principal amount to the bank. So the payment will start from the 2021 afterwards. So that is from the June 21 onwards. June 21 onwards, that is the payment will start. That is a moratorium of the what? So moratorium of the 12 months, which means in the first 1 year there is no need to pay the what principal amount, and your payment will start from the what second year onwards. The total duration of the loan is means 4 years, which means you need to clear the loan within the what 3 years of the period, which is because 1 year is completely moratorium, no need to pay. So that is a effective period to pay the loan is about 3 years only. So total period of the loan is what 4 years, because 1 year is what moratorium, right? Interest is capped, there is no increment of the interest, the government has to decide the interest rate. Now I already said that who should provide the guarantee? The 100% credit guarantee is provided to the banks and NBFCs on principal and interest rate. Who will provide the guarantee? So government of India provide the 100% of the guarantee. And so this scheme is open up to the 31st October 2020, from the May 13th of the 2020 to the what October 31st of the 2020. Afterwards this scheme is not available. This scheme is available only in the May, June, July, August, September and October 31st of the 2020. After October, from the November 1st of the 2020 onwards, this scheme should not be available to the anyone. So this scheme deadline is the only to 31st October 2020. So no guarantee fee is required and no collateral, no fresh collateral is required. So with this, government of India is stating that, so out of the 5 crores of the, as I already said, how many MSMEs are there? 5 crores of the MSMEs are there in India. Out of the 5 crores of the MSMEs in India, this is the what 45 lakhs of the MSMEs are going to benefit through the these automatic collateral free loans. So only 45 lakhs MSMEs out of 5 crores, because the condition why they are less, out of the 5 crores only 45 lakhs are benefiting because of this condition. Which condition? The borrowers with up to the 25 crores of the outstanding and 100 crores of the turnover are eligible, means only less companies are eligible with this condition. So that's why only 45 lakhs out of the 5 crores are eligible now, right? So you need to focus on this one, what is outstanding credit should be there, and 100% that is loan tenure the 4 years and 3 months of the 12 months of the what moratorium. Interest rate is yet to decide, right? That is how much they are providing additional amount of the funding. How much additional amount of the funding? 20% of the old loan. So old loan into 20%. So that is a right first measure, second measure. So first one is the definition change, and second one is the 3 lakh crore rupees of the so free automatic loans for the business, including the what MSMEs, right? Now third, so what is third is the what 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt. 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt they are given that. So 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt for the what stressed MSMEs, right? So here again the two words are there, subordinate debt is the one word and second word is the word stressed MSMEs. Stressed MSMEs means the MSMEs which are taken the loan from the bank, but due to the coronavirus impact, so due to the lockdown condition, they are unable to pay the loan. So which means there is no running of the business, they are facing the financial crisis and unable to pay the loan. So those type of the MSMEs are generally called what stressed. Stressed means they have the pressure, of the what financial stress, financial stress means they are unable to pay the loans. That type of the, so MSMEs are generally called what, stressed MSMEs, which means already they are facing the problem of the what, finance. That type of the what, so that type of the MSMEs are called what, stressed MSMEs. Stressed MSMEs. So for the stressed MSMEs which are facing the financial problem, so for the stressed MSMEs, the government of India allocated the 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt. 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate debt. What is mean by subordinate debt? So subordinate debt means generally, so if you, when we are going to the bank, so bank will lend the loan based on the what, so taking the assurance papers or security papers from the us. When we are submitting the security papers with the bank, so based on that security papers value, for example you are submitted the 1 crore rupees of the 1 crore worth of the property papers. Based on that one, so bank will provide the loan. So based on the property you are submitted, how much amount of the money will be provided by the bank based on that property means generally loan by value ratio should be 60%, which means, so loan by value ratio is the 60%, which means, so value how much you are submitted, 1 crore rupees submitted, so how much loan they will give, only 60% of the loan level loan they will lend to you based on the how much property documents you are submitted. You are submitted 1 crore into what, 60%, which means you will get the only 60 lakh rupees of the loan. So general rule of the bank is that loan to value ratio should be what, 60%, which means they will provide only 60% of the loan on what you are submitted to the bank. So that is the general rule. So that is the, so general rule. And those type of the loans are secured loans, because secured means safety is there. If the borrower is unable to pay the loan, then bank will sell that property and bank will recover the what loans, because you are already submitted that papers to the what, banks. So bank will recover that money very easily because of you are already submitted the security papers at the time of taking up the what, loan. These type of the loans are known as what, senior loans. The loans which are taking from the bank by submitting the security papers are known as what, senior loans. Now then, what is the subordinate loans? Subordinate loans are exactly opposite of the senior loans. Exactly opposite of the senior loans means you are taking the loan from the bank without submitting of the any security papers. Without submitting of the any securities papers, that is known as what, subordinate debt. So without submission of the any security paper, that is known as what, subordinated. That subordinate debt is an unsecured loan. Subordinate debt is an unsecured loan, means without submission of the what, bond papers. So right, so that is the subordinate debt. Right. Now, why there is no need to subordinate? Why this is particularly the government of India announced that subordinate debt? They are announced the subordinate debt to the what, stressed MSE. What is the reason behind this one? Now let us analyze. Stressed MSMEs means already they are already taken the loan from the banks, and due to the financial crisis, now this time they are unable to pay the loan. So those type of the MSMEs generally we call what, stressed MSMEs, or otherwise the MSMEs which are having the what, non-performing assets. MSMEs which are having the non-performing assets. Non-performing asset means, so they are already taken the loan but unable to pay the loan, then automatically the loan will called as non-performing asset. Now what is this subordinate debt? Because they are already taken the loan from the bank, at this time they are unable to pay the loan. At this time there is no security papers with the MSMEs to take the loan from the what, banks. So that's why the government of India introduced that subordinate debt, which means now they will take the loan from the bank without submission of the any papers to the bank, because already they are submitted to the bank in the old loan. When they are taken the loan, so they are submitted and they are taken the loan, but now they are unable to pay the loan because of the lockdown. At this time again they want more money, so again they want more money, so but there is no security papers with the MSMEs. So that's why in order to protect the MSMEs, now the government of India introduced the word subordinate debt, which means without submission of the security papers you can take the loan from as what, 20,000 crore rupees of the loan. 20,000 crore rupees of the loan, the company that MSMEs which are facing the what, this one, stress. It means subordinate debt means you need to remember the only one, unsecured loan, there is no security papers is required. So this tested MSMEs required equity support. The government will facilitate provision of the 20,000 crore rupees as a subordinate debt. Out of the 5 crores, 2 lakh MSMEs likely to benefit. So that is a, which who are eligible MSMEs which are facing the non-performing assets, NPA, and the cessed assets will be eligible. So government will support the what, 4,000 crore rupees to the, so 4,000 crore rupees to the CGTMSE. I will discuss what is the CGM, and CGTMSE will provide the partial guarantee support to the what, banks. Right now, what is the meaning of this one? Now, who will give this loan? 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate loan will be given by the banks to the MSMEs. It is not by the government. 20,000 crore rupees of the loan will be given by the what? Banks to the what? MSMEs. Now, why the banks are giving the, so this 20,000 crore rupees of the loans to the MSE? Because the government of India said that I will provide the guarantee of the how much? 4,000 crore rupees of the guarantee I will provide out of 20,000, whatever the 20,000 crore rupees of the debt is there. For this I will provide the 4,000 crore rupees as a what? So credit guarantee fund. So what is that? TMSE. Now let us discuss. TMSE stands for Credit Guarantee Trust for the medium and the small enterprises. Credit Guarantee Trust for the what? Medium and small enterprises. This scheme was started in the 2000 year. So this scheme was started in the 2000 year, and here the share of the this share of the CGTMSE, the 4% is contributed by the government of India, and 1% is contributed by the this SIDBI Bank, Small Industries Development Bank of India, which was located in the Lucknow. Well, this SIDBI share is the 1%, and the government of India share is the what? 4%. Government of India share is the 4%, and SIDBI share is the what? 1%. This is a scheme running since the 2000 year. So what is this scheme? This scheme is only to provide the extra amount, to provide the loans to the MSMEs which are facing the what? Stressed condition, which are facing the financial crisis problem due to the what? NPAs or stressed conditions. So under this scheme, so that government of India, in the year the government of India contribution how much? 4, and the should be contribution 1%. Now what is the amount contributed by the government? Now government of India contributing how much? 4,000 crore rupees to the this scheme from the SIDBI, and this money will go to the way? Banks. From the banks to the what? MSMEs. Try to understand. This money goes, government of India providing the 4,000 crore rupees of the money, that is only to provide the what? Guarantee to the banks, right? Because banks are lending the 20,000 crore rupees of the loan. So right, so this 4,000 crore rupees of the money with the SIDBI and the government of India's contribution. So that is a credit guarantee trust for the medium and small enterprises. So which means the government of India providing the 4,000 rupees is the 4,000 crore rupees is the what? Guarantee. Now why this guarantee? Here the banks are lending how much loan? 20,000 crore, but government is providing providing the guarantee to the how much? Only 4,000 crores only. That is almost right, 1 by 5th only. Why means, if there are 20,000 crores of loan given by the bank, assume that 20,000 crores already given. Out of this one, there is a possibility that 16,000 crores of the loan may return. So that is maybe 4,000 crores of the loans may not return. That is, the government is expecting that 4,000 crore rupees of the loans may not return. So that's why, so that is the estimated amount we are providing the what? Guarantee. There is a possibility that 16,000 crore rupees of the loans may return, because MSMEs generally they will pay to the bank. So that's why, so if you have the fear that the MSMEs may become the defaulter, so that's why we are providing the 4,000 crore rupees as a guarantee fund. So right, you can lend the 20,000 crore rupees. Out of 20,000 crore rupees, there may be a possibility of the return of the 20,000 crore rupees, or there is a possibility of the return of the 15,000 crore rupees, or there is a maybe possibility of the return of the what? Maybe 19,000 crore rupees, maybe loss of the 1,000 crore. If the 1,000 crore rupees is the loss is there, then 1,000 crore is provided to the banks from the what? These 4,000 crore rupees. This is a general logic. So that is the, so exam purpose very important question. Now the fourth one is the 50,000 crores of the equity infusion for the MSMEs through the what? Fund of fund. So now this is what is a fund of fund, we will discuss. The fund of fund with the corpus of the 10,000 crores will be set up. Fund of fund with the corpus of the 10,000 crores. 10,000 crores of the corpus fund will be set up. That fund name is what? Fund of fund. And that is the first point. Now the what is the amount? 10,000 crores. What is the second point they are provide? Will provide the equity funding for the what? MSMEs with the growth and the potential and viability, right? Which will provide the what? This fund 10,000 crores will provide the what? Growth potential, that is a growth of the what? MSME sector. And third point, this FOF means fund of fund will be operated through the mother fund and few daughter funds. I will explain this one. And the fund structure will help the leverage the 50,000 crores of fund at the daughter level, right? This is the some complicated, right? Right now, what is this mother fund and what is the daughter fund, and what is this 50,000 crore and what is this 10,000 crore rupees? Now let us analyze. So maintain the clarity over here. What is this 10,000 crore and what is this one? Now Daughter fund is created to park the collection amount of the right. This 10,000 crores of rupees is there. This 10,000 crore rupees is known as what? Mother fund. So fund of fund. Fund of fund is how much? 10,000 crore rupees is government is allocating the 10,000 crore rupees of the fund. That is what? Mother fund. We call what? Mother fund. Mother fund means mother will give the birth to the what? Child. That is a simple logic. Here, when the mother is giving the some amount of the some amount of the money, then automatically that will grow. So like baby. So like baby that will grow, right? That is the general logic here. So that mother fund, so that mother fund is a fund of fund. How much the government of India fund of fund, the fund of fund how much provided? So that is a 10,000 crore rupees is provided. Who is provided this money? Government of India providing the what? 10,000 crore rupees of the money. That is known as what? Fund of funds. Now how we will use this 10,000 crore rupees? Now let us example. This 10,000 crore rupees is distributed to the what? 5 members who are known as what? Daughters, means small companies. So I divided the agri startup to 2,000 crores out of this 10,000, and again the 2,000 crore is given the financial technology company. Again one 2,000 crore given to the one small industry MSME, and 2,000 crore rupees is given to the renewable energy, and again the 2,000 crore rupees is given into the what? Transport sector. I divided these 10,000 crores among the 5 sectors, and each sector got the what? 2,000 crore rupees, right? Now these sectors are known as what? Daughters. So it means the money provided by the mother is divided among the what? So daughters means here the in our sense the different companies. Every company is known as what? Daughter to the what? Mother only. So that is we the mother, government of India is a mother, simple logic here. So that is a every company. Now this, if I provided the 2,000 crore rupees to the these agri startup, then the agri startup will start the what? Business. And the to the when it start the business, and it slowly start the what? Growth of the agri startup. So when it is growing slowly, these agri startup may attract the what? 10,000 crores of the investment in the future, because investors may attract because of that, seeing that growth of the what? So agri startup. So based on that one, so that is a may, it may attract the what? 10,000 crores of the investment, right? So financial technology invested in the financial technology company with the 2,000 crore rupees that is provided by the government of India. And due to the growth of that financial technology company, it may attract the what? Extra 10,000 crore rupees of the money from the investors. Like that every company may attract the what? 10,000 crore rupees as a logic generally. In order to understand it, I took this example. This is the mother fund is given, and this is the 10,000 crore, 10,000 crore, 10,000 crore. We need to attract from the market. So market నుంచి attract చేయాలి. We need to attract this fund from the what? Market, and this is provided by the government of India, 2,000 from the fund of fund. This is the mother fund. When you are giving the some amount of the mother fund, and will attract the what? 10,000 crore rupees from the what? Other investors by right checking our business or checking our prospects, whatever it may be. So these 50,000 crore rupees we are attracting. This is known as what? Daughter fund. And 10,000 crore rupees which is already provided is known as what? Government of India. This is the initial investment, and this is the after the growth we may attract the other investment. So that is the general meaning of the what? Daughter fund and the what? So fund of fund. Now go back to this one. What is now government of India said that fund of fund with the corpus of the what? Fund of fund with the corpus of the 10,000 crore rupees, and this is the initial amount we are investing. And then fund of fund will be operated through the what? Mother fund and the few daughter fund. Mother fund is how much? 10,000 crore rupees, and which will be distributed to the few companies, and that few companies will use that money, and it will grow in bigger size, and that will attract the what? Investment from the others. That is what? Daughter fund level. Now here the 10,000 crores is becoming how much? 50,000 crore rupees. In what way? So the 10,000 crores is becoming the 50,000 crores if they attract the what? Investment. It is not guarantee, but this is the possibility that Nirmala Sitharaman is saying that if you invest the 10,000 crore rupees of the money as a mother fund, it may leverage up to the what? 50,000 crore rupees. See here. So what is the fund used by the finance ministry? So the fund structure will help to leverage 50,000 crore rupees of the funds at the daughter fund level, which means in the future it may attract the what? 50,000 crore rupees of the investment if the companies use this mother fund to their growth, right? So if they are growing in the size, so then automatically it will attract the what? Investment. This attracting of the investment is how much? 50,000 crores in the future. And this is originally government of India providing how much? Only 10,000 crore rupees. This is the company attraction, that why. So because if the company is growing, automatically investors will ready to pay. So this is the daughter fund, and this is the what? Mother fund. And the global tenders. What is this global tenders? Generally, so our India's micro, small, medium enterprises will produce the many goods, But if the government of India, what is the now the decision is taken in order to protect the Indian micro, small, medium enterprises is that, so the government of India is not allowing the any global companies to participate in the tender with the value up to the what 2000 crore rupees. The global companies can participate in the competition only above the 2000 crore, 200 crore rupees. Below the 200 crore rupees of the any that tenders are there. So below the 200 crore rupees of the tenders, that is purely eligible only for the what Indian micro, small, medium enterprises only. No foreign companies are allowed to participate in the tender of the what tender of the 2000 crores. They can global companies should participate only in the above 2000 crores, but not below the 2000 crores. Below the 2000 crore rupees of the tenders, whatever the goods needed, so that is only up to the micro, small, medium enterprises. If the government want to procure the any good, for example, residential hostels are there. In the residential hostels, the government of India should provide the what, so pillows and the bed sheets. Pillows, they should provide the pillows and the bed sheets and rugs in the winter season, and the school uniforms to the children. So all these are provided freely by the government in the residential hostel generally. Now the government of India, what they will give the tender, they will ask for the tender. All the companies should participate in the tender. So who will quote the less amount of the money, for them it will give that, it will grant the tender. But now the what is the government of India saying that we will grant the tender up to the 200 crore rupees value only to the Indian company. So the foreign companies are not eligible. So here saying that global tenders will be disallowed in the government procurement, not private procurement. It is only what government procurement means. If the government is purchasing the any goods, so up to 200 crores, that is the first preference will given to the Indian. So up to 200 crore rupees, right? Only government purchases, not private person have their own wish, he can purchase from the South Korea anywhere, but government is saying that we will purchase only from the MSMEs, Indian MSMEs. Now so what is the use of this one necessary, this is the, it will set up the what self-reliance India and support the what make in India, and which also help the MSMEs to increase their what business. Now what are the other interventions to the what MSMEs? MSMEs currently face the problem of the marketing liquidity due to COVID. Now what is the e-market linkage? E-market linkage is just nothing but just like what, so Amazon, Myntra, so Flipkart, whatever the these websites are there, e-commerce website. In the same way, government of India also starting the what e-market linkage. So that e-market linkage for the MSMEs to promote the what, and to promote act as a replacement of the trade fairs and the exhibition instead of the what physical trades and physical exhibition. Now government of India, so online exhibition, that is online exhibition, that is what e-market linkage means. They can showcase their what goods and survey goods produced by the what micro, small, medium enterprises. In order to showcase their goods, and we are going to start the online platform, that is e-market linkage, e-market linkage right now. Otherwise, the government has been continuously monitoring the settlement due to the micro vendors from the government. This is not required. And here it is. MSMEs is the receivables from the government and central public sector undertakings to release in the 45 days, which means government of India already procured the some of the goods and services from the MSMEs and before COVID. So before COVID, which means the January, February month, some of the so goods are procured by the government of India from the what MSMEs, but the government of India not paid the money to them. So now the government of India is saying that whatever the goods procured by the government from these micro, small, limited MSMEs, all will receive the entire amount of the money. So within the 45 days, within the 45 days, these are the other interventions are required. So e-market linkage is online platform, and whatever the dues are there, dues are there to the MSMEs by the government, that should be paid, that are ready to pay within the what, so 45 days of the what time, right? So these are the 6 measures announced as a part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan part out of the 15 points, and the 6 points are really specially related to the what only micro, small, medium enterprises. So exam purpose, very important question is that definitions are very important. So what are the definitions are there? So those definitions are very important. So this is 3 lakh crore rupees of the collateral free automatic loans and 20,000 crore rupees of the subordinate loan, which means no security is required. 50,000 crore rupees of the equity infusion through the MSMEs fund of fund how much, 10,000 crores, that may attract what 50,000 crores in new definition. And the global tenders are disallowed up to the 200 crores, and other interventions include the what e-market linkage, e-market linkage. Now this is very important topic for the what exam.